Hello, Warrior Nation. Mrs. Fox and I are here to talk about a couple different topics with you today. We're going to go over face masks and face shields and what they are like. Mrs. Fox will be telling you some different information and giving you some tools to talk about with your students. And I'm going to go over some issues with Chromebooks that we have this year. So first, our open house event in both buildings, both DASA and the high school, are going to go online. So they are going to be completely virtual, so nobody will be able to come into the buildings right now. DASA's event is still going to be held on Tuesday, September 1st, and the high schools will be held on Thursday, September 3rd. Since we are going virtual, we would like your students to have their Chromebooks ahead of time, which means that we are going to get ready to pass everything out starting, the week of August 17th. To help accommodate any parent that's working, we have a multitude of different days and times. The times for the distribution will be on August 17th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., August 18th from 4 to 8 p.m., August 19th from 12 to 4 p.m., and August 20th from 8 to 12 p.m. No matter which school your child goes to, the Chromebooks will all be picked up at the high school. There is going to be a map that is going to be loaded onto our district website to show you exactly where you go. But just to give you a heads up right now, whenever you enter the high school parking lot, you're going to stay to the right, head down towards the maintenance garage, turn left there, and you are going to pick up your Chromebook at the high school cafeteria. Please remain in your car. We will have somebody come out to your car, get your student information, their name and their grade level, and we will get everything ready for you for the Chromebook to come out to you. Then you can pull back into our teacher parking lot where your child can check that they can log in. And if there is any issues with the Chromebook or if they can't log in for some reason, we will have staff back there to help you with any issue that you might have, or if the Chromebook's not working, we can get you a new Chromebook at that time. So again, the dates are August 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. 17th is 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., 18th is 4 to 8 p.m., the 19th is 12 to 4 p.m., and the 20th is 8 to 12 p.m. So if those dates and times do not work for you, you need to call your respective school office, talk with the secretary, and we can arrange a meeting for you to come in and pick up your Chromebook. Now, Mrs. Fox is going to talk to you about the face shield that she's wearing.
So thank you, Mrs. Schnell. She is our pandemic coordinator, and one of my newest titles is mitigation specialist for the Montauk School District. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about mitigation and what that means, and how we prepare for that. And no one can promise complete protection from the coronavirus during this worldwide pandemic that we're living through, but we can prepare to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. So I'm wearing this face shield. That's because the governor of Pennsylvania put a mandate out requiring everybody H2 and up to wear some kind of face covering and in public. So we're talking to you about you taking your children in public right now. It's the month of August, and I'm sure you have things to do, errands to run, places to go, family events. So we want to help you help your children or even other family members that may be struggling with the concept or the act of wearing some kind of face covering. So there are many reasons why we struggle with this idea or act of wearing a face covering. It could be sensory issues, and I didn't think I could wear something like this. I thought it would bother me because I have my own sensory issues. I can't stand tags in my shirts, and I don't like headbands, but this is not bothering me one bit, and it really surprised me. So I want to talk to you about practicing things, how you can help your child with this new life adjustment that we're facing. So please note again that there are other choices other than a mask. There are face coverings and there are other things that we have in store for kids that may struggle. So I want to take a moment to share an idea with you that might help your child adjust to this change. It's getting used to a new way of life. It's going to require a lot of patience, as all things do, as we work with children. It's going to require a lot of practice and a lot of positive reinforcement. This concept is called mask conditioning. Most of our athletes prepare for a sports season with conditioning activities. So we're thinking about how can we get used to wearing some kind of a face covering. A good method for children is to set a small time limit while wearing a face covering, for instance, a mask. And this time limit can start in just a matter of seconds. You want to set a goal for them to wear the face covering before, during, and after the practice session. You want to include lots of praise throughout this. And you'll want to set a timer when your time limit is up. If you make the time, that's great. Praise is easy. The challenge is finding a way to bring out something positive during a practice session that was not successful. So, hey, I noticed that you did this and we'll get it next time. Just finding ways to praise throughout the process, whether they're successful or not the first few times. So you start with goals that are only seconds long and you work your way up to minutes long. And you want to do these practice sessions during activities that children naturally enjoy. So things like maybe working on an art project or cooking with you at home or coloring or a lot of children's favorites, not my personal favorite, playing video games. A lot of kids do that. So it's a natural thing and they maybe will even forget that they have it on and they might meet those goals of wearing some kind of face covering for minutes or maybe even hours if they're playing video games or doing an art activity that you wouldn't even think they could do. Sometimes we underestimate their abilities and we assume things will be harder than they are. Like I assumed this face shield would drive me nuts, but it's not. It's really very comfortable, very much surprised me. So teens, they're going to have different issues with face coverings. They're going to have frustration. They're wired a little bit differently than our elementary children. And you want to start by just validating their feelings, letting them know you hear their concerns and you understand why they're annoyed. Once they feel heard, you'll have better luck reminding them that we all have this responsibility now to wear a mask for our own protection and for others. We want to always make this about caring for others around us. The elderly are especially susceptible to the destructive virus that we're faced with right now. So we want to also use this as an opportunity to teach caring for others around us. You want to address teens' misconceptions. Take this as an opportunity to clarify maybe a misconception that masks don't really help or that it doesn't matter as long as you're 6 feet apart. So you want to take this opportunity to hear them and have these important discussions at home. Also find solutions to their problems. Ask your teen to help you come up with a solution to whatever frustration they're having with the idea or the act of wearing a face covering, like finding a mask with their favorite sports team or finding something else that's more comfortable for them to wear other than a mask. So there is going to be more information provided on our Montauk School District COVID-19 webpage. You want to click on that far tab on the right called Parent and Family Resources. There's more details to the idea that I just presented in the article called 7 Ways to Introduce Your Child to Wearing a Mask. And another helpful resource at the bottom of that page is called Tips to Make Kids More Comfortable with Face Coverings. And elementary students and families, you can look forward to a fun activity using Flipgrid. I know some of our special class teachers and homeroom teachers used this during the distance learning period last year when school was closed. And we had a lot of fun with Flipgrid videos and photos. So we are going to be sending out on a robocall / text message / email next week to parents for students with a link to do a Flipgrid activity revolving around getting used to these face coverings in our new way of life. So thanks for taking time to listen to our idea and our strategy to help your students that may be struggling. Please feel free to reach out to me or any of our administrators, and we'll be glad to help you in any way we can.
Thanks.